Alright, in light of things that have just happened, I logged on this morning and realized that once again, unfortunately, we do not have a chief. Um, I do not know the circumstances of why that happened, nor do I know the reason behind it. If I knew, I would tell you guys. Um, so at this time, once again, um, we only have Prince, Als, and Taco as the DFG. Um, Myself and Buddy and Morg are still the. I'm a Lieutenant Gen. The other two are Colonel Gen, and then Victoria, which is the Major Gen. We're still gonna run things like we have been. You guys have been doing an awesome job getting the trainings done. I appreciate you all sticking with us through these tough times and tribulations that we're going through. Oh, my bad. I am so sorry. I was not aware she was a Lieutenant Jen. Um, just bear with us while we figure out the furtherness of what admins are going to do. Once we know more on what their plan is, um, announcement wise, myself or Victoria and Higher will let you guys know in the faction chat, if not in person. Um, please just bear with us. I know a lot of y'all ain't on right now, and that is perfectly understandable. Um, and if we knew the answer, we would tell you. Uh, Please just, like I said, bear with us while we figure everything out. A couple changes. We're gonna start having commanders and co-commanders of units. Um, I know I'm one of them. All right, Rick Matthews. So we're gonna be having commanders and co-commanders. We're gonna figure out the units, who's gonna be the commander, who's gonna be the co-commander, and we're gonna go from there. One thing that is going to change with the unbadged and badged, once they are badged, they're going to go on a ride along with a vested. Either Victoria, myself, or Higher is going to grab a personal vehicle, and you guys are going to, as vested, are going to let them run a regular traffic stop, and then the basically like a PD1 and PD2 like we do in the garage, but it's going to be outside the garage. And that way, if they still need a little bit of help, we know where to help them on to make them a better officer within the department. We're all about teamwork. We're all about communication. Communication is key. So like I said, with that, we're gonna try to communicate with you guys as long as we get more information about what's going on. We will pass it down to you guys. I'm gonna pass it off to Victoria. And with that, we're gonna pass it off to you guys. Do you have any thoughts, ideas, um, anything you think that we could use to better the department to make it bigger, to make it grow?
I honestly have nothing besides wondering what happened to the chief. That's all I got. Yeah, if I ever have any ideas in the future, I'll definitely come to you guys and share those ideas with you.
So, the answer to your question, Rios, if we're in swap our face, unfortunately, we can't change our character or anything like that. You can ask for a vacation and go change your character to where you have a mask, but the minute you come back in uniform, that mask is gone.
Gotcha.
Rios, do you have any ideas, thoughts you want to bring to the table that could make the department work more efficiently? Um, Even maybe getting more officers.
Um, my suggestion is maybe 2 out of the 6 days we should have the hiring event. That may bring more people in because there's less days to hire.
So the one thing we're going to do is um we're gonna allow walk-in hiring. So if you guys are on and you have somebody on floor one that says, "Hey, I would like to have an interview." Okay, tell them that they're not gonna place house. Bring them upstairs. Bring them to one of the rooms, and then let them know, like, look, I might disappear, but I'm gonna get a hold of my higher ranking officers to get on so we can do your interview. DFGs and or no, is it yeah, Colonel Jen and higher can put on the out or the uniform, but only the DFGs and the chief can dismiss. So Lieutenant Jens can only remove individuals from the jail cell as long as body cam proves that it is a unjustifiable arrest. So you would have to get hold of one of us, and then we'll all hop on. We'll do their interview. Um, Alzen or Prince, I keep want to call him Harlem. Prince and I are on all the time. Victoria's on all the time. So any given time, there's one of us that can help you guys with the walk-in interviews. Just make sure you guys get a hold of us if there's not.
Copy.
Go ahead, Victoria. So, yeah, so level 6 is when it actually will let them join the police force. Anything higher than, I'm gonna say, level 9, if they have a gang tag, they have to drop it. They have to wait 3 days. So anything below a 9, as long as they drop that gang tag, they are allowed to have that interview. We need to get correct. Um, when the old chief was here, we had probably 85 officers. I want to get us to at least 90 officers employed out on the streets within probably, I'm going to try to hit the mark at 2 months. Yes. The other thing I'm going to bring up is the faction chat. Myself and the higher ranks, including Victoria, have noticed a very bad decrease in responsiveness to faction announcements. So the faction announcements will show up in a, looks like kind of like a tan alert, or a tan color, sorry. That is letting everybody know, hey, I might need to respond to this. Be advised, failure to respond to any faction chat messages within the Discord can lead to a PD6 and or reps. Like I said, we've noticed a decrease. Some of you do respond. There's a lot that do not. If you have your notifications turned off, please make sure that your notification is turned on for the faction chat. If you don't want the notifications for anything else, that is fine. The faction chat alert needs to be on. You need to be able to respond to it. It's letting you guys know that there's something going on within PD that you need to know about. Whether it's a meeting, whether it's the gangs are overtaking PD, the gangs are overtaking HP. If we put an alert out, is basically what it is. It's an alert within the faction. That's letting you guys know that there's something going on. Everybody knew that this meeting was going to happen at 1 o'clock. It is 1:42 Eastern Standard Time. I know everybody's time zone is different. Out of 38 officers that we have, I only have 2 standing in front of me. I get IRL takes over. You guys do have work. You have a life to live. I understand that. I get it. Just please make sure you respond to those alerts. The meetings that we have, for the ones that are not available and that have responded, there is a forum called Meeting Room Videos. That is where all of our meetings will be posted for you all to watch at your convenience. I would highly suggest watch them. There's going to be a lot of information in those videos, so you know what to do as a unbadged, badged, vested, and higher. That is called communication. We would like to keep that communication thriving and moving forward. There is 2 new forum pages. One is a break request. In that forum page, you will put your in-game name, the reason for the break, how long, and the rank. Be mindful. Once it is approved, you will get a notification that it has been approved. Adhere to that time limit. It will be watched, it will be monitored. The other one is the meeting room videos. That is where all the videos will be posted for meetings for everybody to watch. The rank and badge. Nobody is putting their badge number up. Quite a few people have, but not everybody has. If you have received your badge number, please put it in the rank and badge number forum page. The FTO training log, that is used for all of the vested officers and higher. That is where we will post everyone's training logs. The wanted forum page, that is where when we do wanted missions, whoever is the one that started the wanted mission is the one that must put the cuffs on. If that means everybody else has to taser the person to keep them on the ground, tell that, say Victoria, for example, is the one that started the wanted mission. Only Victoria can place cuffs on that suspect. Otherwise, it is a failed mission. The rule on the wanted missions is it needs to be 3 or more. We're not having anybody do it by themselves. It needs to be 3 or more. Preferably vested. You may take 2 badged officers with you to do a wanted mission. Badged officers are not allowed to go and do wanted missions by themselves. Even if there's 3 of them, they cannot do that. The body cam forum page, that is where you will post all of your arrests. You will put the suspect's name, what they're charged with, the charging officer, the booking officer, and the evidence for the reason of the arrest. One thing that has changed within the department is since he is in the room, I can actually tell you about his role, and that is going to be Rick Matthews. His main job is administrative. What that means is you bring a suspect in and he is on. You bring the suspect in. Rick Matthews takes over the cuffs and does the booking process. He takes them upstairs, does a fingerprint and a screenshot, and puts them in jail so that way you, as the arresting officer, can get back out on the street. He is in control of floor 1, making sure that it is being maintained. That is his job duty. Nothing is changing within the department of the function wise. We're not getting rid of any units. everything's staying completely the same. We're just trying to make it a little bit more better for you guys for the RP experience. That's why we come on here. We don't come on here just to get on here. We come on here to role play. Our job as officers is to role play that. Yes, and more job opportunities. So the vested that we have now, I'm gonna try and talk to the other leadership about setting a date, or not a date, but a day and a time. We'll do a vote on it so that way everybody has a say in what time works for them. But I would like to do weekly refreshers for all the vested for the trainings. So that way everybody knows exactly what to do. If anything's changed within the training, you guys will be aware of it. Yeah, kind of like reports. Um, so that way everybody's aware if anything changes within the training that we think needs to be put in, you guys will be aware of it so you can implement it in the training. So I'm gonna get with them and with the leaderships, figure out a day and what time. Like I said, there will be a faction announcement posted shortly after the meeting, including in the meeting log. Uh, our DFG Prince has already put an alert out already about not responding to Discord messages. Be advised, once again, not responding could lead to PD6s, and we do not want that to happen. We want to keep the department together as much as we can. We're trying our best with everything we've gone through, and I think that's where I'm going to end it. If Victoria doesn't have anything else, we will move on to you guys if you have anything else you want to add.
I think y'all are doing good with all the ideas. I don't really got anything. Yeah, I don't really got anything.
So on the meeting page, there is going to be 2 or 3 videos, depending on who's doing the presentation on the meetings. You guys will see one from Victoria and one from me. Victoria will have my voice in the background. My video will have her voice, so you guys can hear both of it. And then so on and so on, whoever else is in the meeting. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and conclude the meeting. And Matthews, thank you for showing up on such short notice. I really do appreciate that. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome, sir.
Agreed.
Yeah, NRP. I just got done eating some waffles and everything. I saw that on Discord NRP, and I was like, all right, I gotta hop on real quick, and then yeah.
Hey, Joey gets a little bonus too.
I had waffles and I put peanut butter Reese's on them, and I
Ooh.
had like sausage and something else.
Okay.
Joey gets a little bonus too.
Hey, you are my bonus.
Oh my!
Um, and just so everybody is aware, Monday at 7:30 p.m. at the church there is a ceremony. Uh, it is a wedding. You all are invited to it. There is going to be units outside the church protecting it. If gangs start showing up and interfering with the RP, you are being advised to do /help free cam and have admins free cam you. That way they can see what's going on. Admins are already aware that there is going to be a ceremony on Monday at 7:30 p.m. That way, them interfering is spelled RP. We are doing a role play, and that's how we're going to do that.
All right. Yeah,
That
no.
is that is the other thing that actually was brought to leadership's attention is the spamming of the help box. Try not to do it so much because otherwise you actually can get muted for spam boxing. And basically what that means is you're using the /help way too much and relying on admins to interfere. Admins cannot interfere with the role play. If, like Monday, gangs start showing up, that is different. But just having them showing up just to show up could actually get you muted for our, it's called spam chat. Your spam chat in the ticket box. Submit body cam. Submit body cam, green tickets, green tickets. I know it's a pain in the butt to submit a green ticket. Eventually, sometimes it gets too full. If you just wait a little bit, they'll get to it and go from there. Yes, Victoria.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's chat 6, so we can't be doing that. Especially like if it's an RP situation and it's not a situation where we need the admins. We can't be doing /help for all that because it's not their job to interfere with the RP. The admins aren't the people that RP. They're the ones that watch over everyone role playing. Exactly.
The other thing that has been brought to leadership is um if your squad unit is getting shot at, and I've watched body cams, they have access. Please be mindful. Admins have access to everything we do on Discord. They have access to our body cams. If your vehicle is in the process of getting shot at and you are caught using a repair kit, you can get banned for abuse 1. Same thing with the gang members. If you are shooting their vehicle to disable it and they use a repair kit, submit that green ticket and they will get sanctioned for abuse 1. Same thing with your pills. If we're in the middle of a shootout, you cannot heal yourself. You cannot eat food. You cannot use your pills. You may use your pills or your food after the scene is been done and is over with. If EMS revives you and they give you a med kit, that is fine because EMS revived you. Otherwise, you are not allowed to use your pills or any kind of food. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and end the meeting there. Again, Rick and or Matthews and Rios, thank you for showing up. I understand Rios had to go. But Matthews, you're all free to go and go do what you got to take care of, and we'll see you on later tonight, later today.
Copy, sir. NRP, I'm about to go get my haircut.
All right, you have a good one, sir.
All right.
Did you say you love sausage on a stick?
All right, my body cam's
I
off.